This video is all about Adapalene, what it is, how it's actually different from the other vitamin A skincare derivatives, how it can help our skin, and finally a couple of good product recommendations. Retinoids are the vitamin A derivatives. Vitamin A derivatives help the skin renew itself. When we say renew itself, it means they help the skin make more new cells faster. More new cells in our skin means a healthy, fresh, smooth looking skin. Adapalene is a third generation retinoid. Now see, retinoids are basically divided into 3 generations based on when it was made and how it was made. Now the first generation of retinoids are your retinol, retinal and retinoic acid. Retinoic acid is also called tretinoin. Now these 3, retinol, retinal and retinoic acid, are the natural form of vitamin A derivatives. By natural we don't mean any plant extracts or anything like that. They are very similar to the vitamin A that's found in our skin. So that's what we mean. And then we have the second generation retinoids. Now these are not used in skincare, so we don't have to worry about it. Now the most recent one are the third generation retinoids. Now this is where Adapalene fits in. Now the chemists originally came up with Adapalene in the lab to treat acne. Its primary purpose was to help treat acne. But because it belongs to the same class of vitamin A derivatives like your other retinoids, a natural form of retinoids, it can also deliver a lot of other benefits to the skin. Now think of your cells as rooms with little doors on the top. Now what retinoids do is they gently open the doors. They're like a little key and give a set of instructions, set of messages to the cells, like shed old cells. Shedding old cells means less clogging of the pores. Less clogging of the pores means less breakouts on the skin like acne, pimples, blackheads and whiteheads. Don't cling to each other, because when cells cling to each other, that can lead to a whole lot of concerns. Become calm, reduce the redness and the irritation. By doing this, inflammation on the skin reduces. When inflammation goes down, the chances of new pigmentation occurring on our skin drastically reduces. Fade those dark spots and finally boost up that collagen production. So though it was primarily produced for attacking, treating that acne, it brings in a whole lot of other skincare benefits as well. Now retinol, when it's applied on our skin, there's a 2-step process for retinol to get converted into retinoic acid. Once it's converted to retinoic acid, that's what actually works on our skin, not retinol. So there's a 2-step process. Retinal, there's a 1-step process for it to get converted to retinoic acid, and then it starts working. Retinoic acid, which is also called tretinoin, when it's applied on the skin, can work straight away. Now, the thing is, retinol is the least irritating on our skin, though it's the least effective out of these 3. Retinoic acid, which is the most effective out of these 3, can be quite irritating on our skin. Now, Adapalene, the way it fits in is, the way its structure is and the way it behaves, it actually behaves quite similar to retinoic acid. So when it's applied on the skin, it can work straight away. But though it's working quite immediately like retinoic acid, it's less irritating on our skin than retinoic acid. So that's the good news. Adapalene, when compared to retinol, it's going to be more effective, but it's also going to be a bit more irritating. You can use Adapalene not just for acne, you can use it for a range of other skincare concerns as well, including your fine lines and wrinkles. The important thing is, though Adapalene and retinoic acid are very effective on our skin, we don't go start using them immediately. We need our skin to get used to them. So we need to start with the least irritating one, which is your retinol, and then gradually get your skin used to these vitamin A derivatives. And this getting used to part can take anywhere from months to a couple of years at least, and then gradually move to your Adapalene or your retinoic acid. But if you've got acne prone skin, under a doctor's advice, you can use Adapalene immediately as well. Adapalene is much more stable when it's exposed to air and light than all your first generation retinoids, and that's why these retinoids are very effective in treating acne, and so is benzoyl peroxide. But the benzoyl peroxide cannot be used in a combination with the first generation retinoids, because that cannot work well for the skin. But Adapalene can work really well in combination with benzoyl peroxide. So this is another reason why it's really effective for treating that acne. Now, Adapalene cannot be used as a spot treatment. It needs to be used all over your face. Now just be careful in the eye area, because the skin here is quite delicate. After cleansing your face, use the Adapalene. Use it only in the night time. Leave it on for a couple of minutes and then top it off with a good moisturizer. Next day, make sure you apply sunscreen. Sunscreen is a must every day, but on a day when you've used, on a night when you've used something like Adapalene, extra sensitive, your skin becomes so sensitive, super important. The two good product recommendations are from Differin and 𝗏𝗏𝗄𝗏. Now 0.1% Adapalene you can just buy off the shelf, but for 0.3% Adapalene you need to get a doctor's prescription. Now 0.1% Adapalene is also considered a drug. It is approved by the FDA, that's the Federal Drug Administration body in America. Now this shows the confidence that the body has in its stability and effectiveness on our skin. Your skin does become quite irritated and dry when you use a high quantity of Adapalene or retinoic acid, so always use a good moisturizer for the next day and immediately afterwards as well, just to give it that extra bit of hydration. That's about it. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, please give me a like and do subscribe to my channel. That will really help me a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.